to my computer. Okay, this is for Shayla, and I'm teaching her how to mark up a chart. All right, so here we go. The way that I want you to start off marking it up is that you'll start off at the monthly. You're going to shrink this here down like this. And then what you're going to simply do is you're going to mark not the wicks, just the closes, what price came to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want you to double click on that line. Make sure that the line is at its thickest. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Because these lines do not mean that price is going to go there and bounce and stop. It doesn't mean that. These are just simply zones.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is just marking this as a zone that says that at some point when price was here before, there were orders that the banks had out there that basically didn't get filled or that got filled. Okay? The bank was sitting up here when price was coming way up here. The bank says, I have $500 million. The bank says, I have, where's it at? Oh. The bank says, I have $500 million. Are there any takers? I got $500 million in orders. I got $500 million in orders. So basically what happens is that now all this here consolidation happens. This is consolidation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consolidation. Because if I go down to the lower time frame, it's going to start ranging. It's going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. To finally, if either the bank gets all those orders filled or it doesn't. And if it doesn't get all those orders filled, you know what happens? Boom, the price falls. If it gets all the orders filled, what happens? Price goes up. And then the process starts all over again. Okay? That's how this whole system works. You have the banks and the institutions that are sitting here with orders, and they come here and they say, oh, I got $500 million in orders. Can I have takers? Price goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, till finally it breaks out. But what does it do? It has to come back to where that $500 million was, because right now the bank is in a negative down here. Instead of 500 million, they're down to 400 million. So what they do is they say, come on, guys, come get this 500 million. Then price starts going back up, 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 up. And they say, okay, 500 million, can I get it? Nope. And that's the trend. That's what's going on, the language of the market. Then I go down to the weekly. And on the weekly, what I'm looking for, again, is I'm looking for those zones where price came and opened and it closed. Price came and opened and it closed. Okay. Again, I'm looking for just highs and low areas where price opened and it closed. Now, sometimes there's going to be duplicates. Sometimes there's going to be things that I don't have to mark. Okay. Sometimes there is. Again, I'm looking for anywhere where price came. Right there. Right there. Okay, and then come right here. And then what I do is I go down to the daily. And on the daily, then what I do is I start opening this thing up. Now look at there. Look what's happening. You see what's happening?
Yeah.
You see? Look how pretty that looks. See
Dang.
how price is bouncing off those lines there?
Yeah.
Major line right there. See how price gets here and it bounces?
Mm-hmm.
So now what I have is that I've locked price into this here channel. I've locked price into that channel. Watch this here. If I were to trade this channel and go from the high, because if price makes a high, what does it have to do?
Make it low.
There's the low right there. Look how many pips is right there.
I can't even see. It's kind of small.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it again. If I were to trade this high to this low, Okay, let me get rid of this so you can see it better. If I were to trade this high down to this low, this high to this low, do you see that number?
Is
200 and
that 276?
that's 236.
Oh.
236. Because I got
Wow.
this line right here telling me that this is an area where price came to. So watch this here. Price came to this here area. Watch this. Price came to this area one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, six times. What's the likelihood? Let's pretend. What's the likelihood that price is going to fall now? It's creating a high. It's trying to come up back there. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think price is going to do? It's done. It's been here
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been here 6 times. If price comes back here, what is it going to do?
shoot up.
Well, hold on. Every time price got to this line, what did it do?
Go down.
So now what do you think it's going to do? If it
Go
comes
down.
now, all right, I'm done. You know how to trade now. You get off my phone. You know how to trade. Look at that. It went down.
Crazy.
You see that? It's
Yeah.
all look, it's all trend, it's all patterns. It's kind of like I like to say, if you're dating a person, if they're a psycho on Monday, a weirdo on Tuesday, they're bipolar on Thursday, they are a drug addict on Friday, an alcoholic on Saturday, and they come up missing on Sunday, and they're missing for 2 days, would you want to date that person?
No, I would not.
No, it's too much inconsistency. So now it's like patterns. It's like you want a pattern. You want a pattern. It came here one time, came and then it broke down. It came here the second time, it broke down. It came up here the third time, it broke down. The fourth time, it
Mhm.
broke down. The fifth time, it broke down. The sixth time, it broke down. So now, what's the odds of it breaking down again? It's very likely it's going to break down again.
Yeah.
So then what I do is I'm on my daily. So now what I do is if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to do it, what I do is I draw, which I'm almost like not drawing it anymore because I just don't need it. I draw
Mhm.
my trend line. Trend line is what? Shows a what? Up, up pattern, right? Then
Yeah.
now I'm finished. Now I come to my 4 hour and I adjust this to right there. I want all these touches down here. See how I did that differently?
Mhm.
That's very important to pay attention to how I did that. It's different than what we were taught, like in IML. They're saying like point to point. No,
Yeah.
you want all of these touches because these touches are going to tell you how strong this line is. You want all of these touches. The more it
Yeah.
touches, the better it is. The more it touches, the better it is. Until finally it comes back. And even though it breaks through these candles here a little bit, that's okay.
Mhm.
Because look right here, it bounced and went up. So now you take this and kind of move it up just a tad. That comes up just a tad. This comes down just a tad. That's how it works. So now, look, watch this. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you before. Every time price touched this line, it basically went back up. Every time, right?
Mhm.
See it?
Yeah.
So now, right here, even here, it was just like so insistent. It was so insistent on getting here, and it went ahead and it still came back and it touched it. Okay, it still came back and
Mhm.
touched it. Now it's doing this. What's the likelihood that it's going to touch this line and bounce? Well, what do you think it is?
I think it's most likely going to touch it again.
See, you're going to be a best trader because you're thinking like you're saying to me that if it gets here, I think it's going to bounce. But then, so it's going to do what? Let's talk about what it's going to do. It's going to bounce up here and go back up, or it could do this here. It could come all the way through. But if it comes all the way through, what is it going to do? It's going to bounce back up and test that area.
Yeah.
See, you broke up with me.
Breaking me chest.
Yeah. Breaking. I got to come back and say, look, let's see if we can work this thing out. You say, no, man, I'm done. Screw it, bro. I'm over with it. And now, bam. So if it breaks, it's going to hit here. It's going to hit here. What do you think it's going to do when it hits here? Look to the left. It's held. What do you think it's going to do? This line is held. What do you think price is going to do when it gets here?
Shoot up.
Bam. Go back up. And now the only thing that you got to do is this here. We don't have crystal balls. We don't know. But here's the thing that we do know. We're looking at patterns and trends. And we're looking at where price came before and what did it do. And if it did it one time, unless there's bad news in the market, it'll probably hold again. So if price gets and holds here again, the likelihood is that we know it is going to retest because that's what it does. You broke up with me. I got to come back and see if we can work this thing out. You say, well, no. Bam. I'm going to go here and I'm going to now move on to something to this line. This line held. Now it breaks and goes that way. Okay. So now on my 1 hour, I sit and I do that. Look how it looks. And then I go down to my 15-minute. And now I do all my entries on the 15-minute. But look at how pretty that looks still. Look how price came there and just sat on top of that line. Look at that.
Oh my God.
You see that?
Yeah.
So that's how you're going to trade. That's how you're going to set your charts up. Now, I got probably about 8 minutes left of your time. So watch this here. Now I'm going to show you the way I mark up the charts, the way you're going to get to one if you choose to accept the challenge and let crazy me work with you. Yeah. All right, this is how I do. I want you to watch this. All right, so I'm on the daily. What I look for is, and I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just going to walk through it. And I want you to watch what I do. And I want you to think about what it is that I'm doing based off of what we've talked about. I want you to think about what I'm doing. Okay. I want you to think about what it is that I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I want you to think about what it is that I'm doing. I want you to think about what it is that I'm doing. Okay. And now, let's go right there. Let's go right there. Let's go right there. Now, I want you to see those candles. Red candle, red candle. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I want you to look at what I'm doing. Okay. I want you to look at what I'm doing. Okay. So look at what I'm doing. Okay. 1 hour. Expand this so you can see. Okay. Okay. Now, see how I did that? This purple represents a major trend line. Excuse me. This purple represents a possible trend line where price broke through. So if price gets here again, it's probably going to break through it. Okay. This line down here, this white line, represents a major trend line. It's major, meaning that price got here, boom, It hit and it bounced. It just kept going. So the next time price comes back here again, if the odds are going to be price is either going to bounce again, because the last time it was here, it bounced. The odds are here that price on the way back down, price is probably, when it gets to this line here, it's going to bounce. If it breaks through, it's going to be because of news. This line right here, this purple, is a definite price is going to break through it. Why? Because it broke through it one time before. So when I'm on this side of the chart, this is how I trade this. Watch this. Let's say right here, price comes here, it bounces, goes up, it bounces, goes up, it bounces. And what I do is I sit right here, and when price gets above this this purple line, I trade it. I enter into for a buy. And my buy amount is 104 pips.
Wow.
All because of how I set my lines up. I let it bounce, I let it break, and then I ride it up until it basically comes back for that bounce. Okay, or this now becomes a high. Okay, but I'm catching all of that activity right up in there. Okay, and so watch this here. Same thing. Price came here, it bounced, and I caught it up. Okay, or I wait and let it break this period. I let it break through there, because what is this? See how these candles are doing right there? What is that called? Do you remember? What is this right here? You remember? Starts with a C. Consolidation.
Oh, okay.
You see that? Now does this, now you see how I did that? So watch that. Watch. I'm trading the breakout of the consolidation. When price breaks out of that consolidation, that's when my trade happens. When price, because look, it goes up, down, breakout, and I catch it
Wow.
right at the breakout.
Oh my God.
And before it goes back into consolidation. Let me get out this phone, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
you think I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I did not think that.
Okay, so watch this here. Let's do it again. Watch this here. Consolidation. There's your breakout. Watch this. Watch this. All of this right here is consolidation. There's your breakout. Watch this. All of this right here is consolidation. There is your breakout. You see it?
Yeah.
Let your eyes see it. This right here, consolidation. There is your breakout. That's what we're doing. Support and resistance. Let it bounce. Let it do consolidation. Trade the breakout. Support and resistance. Because watch this here. Look, let me show you, just so you believe me. Price got right here and it held. Look, it held. Boom. And then it went into consolidation. It's trying to gather up momentum to go up. So then what are we going to do? We're going to sit right there on top of this and now ride that up for, that's 200 pips.
Wow.
Consolidation. 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 That's how you're going to trade. That's how you're going to learn how to trade. Well, I don't know. You may not like that method. It may be, that's probably not sexy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That's the same thing I was thinking. Watch this here. Watch this here. Consolidation. Consolidation. Up, down, up, down, up, breakout.
Wow.
Trade that breakout. That's it. This is actually, and then, oh, also I like to trade patterns. This is a head and shoulders. And then guess what it did? Came to this area right here. It came to this area. Came to this area. Look, it came right back. It hit it. And look what it did. It came right back to it. But look at this here.
Wow.
Look at this here. This is news that made these long candles like this. If we go to February the 12th, if we go to February the 12th and we look, there was basically bad news in the market that day.
Yeah.
This is like, it's like, it's kind of like, it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like this type of connection when you see a person and it's like, damn, I just knew that they were the one. It's like, this feels like, it feels like that. And it's like, look, consolidation, there's your breakout. It's the same thing. Look, consolidation. Look at it. See, now your eyes can see it. You see it?
Yeah.
Up, down, up, down, up, down. It keeps hitting that line right there. Up, and then finally it breaks out. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down. Bam, it breaks. So now when I get ready to, so now this is what I do now. When I get ready to trade, when I get ready to enter this trade over here, you know what I do? I look over here to see what price did. If price
Hmm.
consolidated over here, and this could be up here. Price could be up here. You know what I do? This is exactly what I do. I do this. I pull this line all the way through because I know. And then you know what else I do? I'm gonna tell you how cold I am. Let me tell you how cold I am. Then you know what I do? I pull this line all the way through, and then I basically get right here for my trade. I set a sell stop.
Hmm.
I set a sell stop right underneath this low right here because I let it retrace, and then I set my sell stop right here. So basically now when this sell stop hits, whenever it hits, this is like amazing.
Wait, how do you know if it's a sell stop?
Say it again.
How do you know if it's a sell stop? Because I remember seeing, like, when I'd be trading, like, I would be kind of confused, like, the sell stop, buy stop, and.
So a sell stop says it's going to keep going. A sell stop says it's going to keep going. It's going to stop and keep going. A sell limit says it's going to get to that point, but it's going to bounce back. Okay. So a sell limit would look like this. Price is here. Price is here. It's going to get to here, and then it's going to bounce back. That's a sell limit. A sell stop is price is here. It's going to
Mhm.
get to here, but it's going to keep going. It's just going to keep going.
So you just have to, like, look at the charts, like, make sure you know, like, when it's gonna, like, do the sell stop and the sell limit.
Not quite. You look at where price is. Because see, sell stop says this, excuse me, sell limit. Sell limit says that I'm here. Price is not here yet. Price is here. But my profit, where I want to take profit at, is right here. But price is down here. But I want to take profit up here. So what I believe that's going to happen is this. I believe that price is up here. It's going to do this. It's going to bounce. It's going to hit this line, ricochet or retrace, and now come take my profit, which is going to be, my profit is going to be right here. A buy stop says that, a sell stop says this. A sell stop says this. Price is going to, price is here, and I want to take profit down here. Sell stop says that I put in my sell here, and now ideals, you know, price is going to go to right there, and then I'm going to take my profit right there. Okay. So
Okay.
this is sell stop. This is sell limit.